started. Okay.
No problem.
Sorry, you'll have to move it again. Good afternoon. I'm Karen Westbrook. I'm the president of the Jewish Federation of Springfield. It's my honor to welcome you and express our gratitude to Governor Pritzker for hosting the statewide menorah lighting here in Springfield at the Governor's Mansion. We are heartened that during this time of unprecedented turmoil, we are here together to celebrate the Festival of Lights. Light, in many of our faith traditions, serves as a symbol of kindness and compassion, of knowledge and wisdom, of hope and understanding. We are comforted that state leaders have demonstrated their commitment to ensuring that all faith communities who gather together can do so safely. Hanukkah celebrates the miracle of a small jar of oil that provided 8 days of light, as well as miracle of courageous few who prevailed over many in their struggle for freedom. In the words of Raphael Goldstein, at this time of year, when the sun is almost hidden, the holiday of Hanukkah celebrates the rays of hope and light. Often it is through simple and unrecognizable miracles that we are able to feel the warmth of hope and light. It is my pleasure to introduce the man who needs no introduction to us, our host, Governor J.B. Pritzker, whose commitment to fighting anti-Semitism and hate is deeply admired and appreciated.
Karen, thank you.
Thank you.
It's good to see you. Well, it's good to see everybody today. It is a beautiful day, even if a little bit chilly, but I'm glad everybody came, and Chag Sameach to everyone. And of course, Karen, thank you for the kind introduction. I want to recognize our distinguished speakers today, Senator Doris Turner, Temple Israel's Rabbi Arthur Stern, Springfield Chabad's Rabbi Mendy Turin, Temple Brith Shalom's Rabbi Richard Baroff, and of course, Jewish Federation of Springfield President Karen Westbrook, who I acknowledged earlier. Thank all of them. Thank you all for joining us as we unveil the official menorah for the state of Illinois. I'm proud of being Jewish and to share my heritage with the people of our state during Hanukkah, an honor and a privilege that my ancestors who escaped anti-Semitic terror in Ukraine could never have imagined. For that, I celebrate alongside many of you who have had history and heritage of relatives who have suffered from anti-Semitism over many years. I'd be lying if I said, though, that this year was just like every other. I thought about what I would say today. I thought a lot about it. And it's an intense moment that we find ourselves in. I could spend all of our time together today talking about our community's grief, our sorrow, our fear. It's at the forefront of all of our minds. I will not focus on that other than to say this. Hate is evil. To everyone here and those who may be watching on television, remember that anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, racism, anti-Christian and anti-LGBTQ hate, all are against God's law. All of them. And they're un-American. And know that violence in the name of hate will be met with law enforcement and prosecution. Illinois will not tolerate intolerance. But here today, as I look out on all of your faces, a coalition of Illinoisans of faiths and backgrounds of all sorts, I am filled with hope. Just in the last few months, I've seen the people of Illinois console one another in our collective sadness. I've seen Jewish leaders recite the Mourner's Kaddish in memory of 6-year-old Wadia Al-Fayumi, who was senselessly killed by a right-wing murderer I've seen Muslim leaders pray for their Jewish neighbors who've lost family and friends. I've stood together with Muslim, Arab, and Jewish leaders to denounce hate. In our shared pain, we've lifted each other up, standing in solidarity against a rising intolerance. Everyone will tell you that the Hanukkah story is one of miracles. But even more so, it's a story of liberation. Liberation from living in the shadows and being forced to hide from who we are. Liberation from those who seek to divide, to discriminate, and to oppress us. Liberation to transform our despair into hope. To dare to dream that a better world isn't just possible, but it's within our grasp. Today we don't have the miracle of oil lasting 8 days, but here in Illinois, we will be the light that outlasts all expectations. Author Karen Hess wrote, "Sometimes a flame can be utterly extinguished. Sometimes a flame can shrink and waver, but sometimes a flame refuses to go out. It flares up from the faintest ember to illuminate the darkness, to burn in spite of overwhelming odds." So to all the people of Illinois, may we be the flame that refuses to go out. May we burn bright in the names of those we've lost and in defiance of the hatred that seeks to destroy us. In the throes of overwhelming odds, we may prevail stronger than ever before. To Jewish people across Illinois and across the globe, Chag Sameach. May Hanukkah be filled with solidarity and light and hope. With that, it's my great pleasure to turn it over to my good friend, our senator here in Springfield, Senator Doris Turner.
Good afternoon. It is definitely a distinct honor for me to be here with you this afternoon. With Hanukkah comes light and hope. The miracle of light from the story of Hanukkah gives us a bigger picture of coming together toward a better world. And I truly believe, that during this holiday season and every season, we shall strive to continue to bring our communities together with love, light, and hope. Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Senator Turner, Governor Pritzker. I want to first thank Governor Pritzker and First Lady MK for holding this sacred ceremony. And I promised Allison that I would keep this to under an hour. So in today's world, with the brutal attack on Israel on October 7th, I think it's incredibly important that we celebrate the holiday of Hanukkah. And I appreciate Governor Pritzker having us here to do that. Hanukkah is a holiday characterized by its reliance on miracles. The events that took place during Hanukkah are really the last story of the ancient ways. Hanukkah took place thousands of years after Abraham and Sarah left on their journey to build a nation. It took place hundreds of years after the first exile to Babylon and the return under Persian rule. Implanted in the blessings of these candles we are about to light, we praise God for the miracles that were performed for our ancestors. The Jews witnessed so many miracles in ancient times. I believe we could use a miracle today to help us turn our upside-down world right side up again. The time of the Bible was a time brimming with miracles beyond human comprehension. Everywhere the Israelites looked, God's divine hand was discernible. In the Bible, Moses' rod miraculously transformed into a snake. The great Nile bled blood. Rocks broke forth to bring water, and the sky brought down gifts of sustenance. This was a world in which, for better or worse, to our salvation or to our demise, great seas might part to save us, or the earth might open its mouth to swallow us whole, as it did with Korach and his followers. Maybe God could open the earth again and swallow all the evil people once and for all. On Hanukkah, we sing of miracles in our devotion prayers and spin the iconic dreidel, whose spinning letters remind us that a great miracle happened there. or if you're in Israel, happened here. On Hanukkah, we celebrate the two-part miracle of the Maccabees' underdog military victory over the all-powerful Greeks, as well as the miracle of the oil that burned for 8 whole days, instead of just one night. On this Hanukkah, as we reflect on these two different miracles, I invite you to reflect on the question, what is the place of miracles in our lives today? As you light the Hanukkah candles each night, bring a moment of light into darkness. I invite you to ask yourself, do we still live in a world which God's presence can be discerned through miracles? To the extent that our relationship to miracles has shifted since the time of the Israelites wandering in the wilderness, how do we experience God's presence today? How do you experience and define the miraculous? Lastly, where does God end in the miraculous, and where does human agency begin? However, I believe the greatest miracle of all lies in not disrupting our lives, as some might surmise from the recent events, but to make room for life. The truly miraculous is not something that violates our lives, but penetrates our souls. In Hebrew, the word for miracle is nes. This means sign, which is the root in the word significant. God's true miracle is to give each of us the chance to craft a light that is significant and miraculous. God's light sputters out, as do the candles we light on this holiday, and becomes part of us that drives us to live with wonder, to believe that change is possible, that freedom can be had, and that peace is possible. I believe that God has given us the privilege and the agency to light our own light and create our own blessings today. This, in my opinion, is the greatest miracle of all. Happy Hanukkah and Chag Sameach, everybody. And I would like to introduce Rabbi Mendy Turin.
Happy Hanukkah. Thank you to my dear friend, Governor Pritzker. It's an honor to be able to be here. Last year, just lighting the menorah on the lawn without the governor and all of you was not as exciting. A big thank you to Allison, to Marilyn, and to everybody else that helped put this together. And a special shout out to Chabad, Illini Chabad, who came all the way from Champaign, Rabbi Morty and his crew. We're so happy that the next generation of Jewish leaders is able to be with us here today. As we've heard and as we are all familiar, the holiday of Hanukkah is all about the light. And that is the one mission that each of us have. The world can be dark, there can be lots of negativity. Our job is to add light. Of course, there's the light of the menorah, but there's the light of the acts of goodness, the acts of kindness. If each one of us spread a little more light, another mitzvah helps make this world a brighter place, and that is the best way to fight against any sort of darkness or negativity. Governor Pritzker, well before he was governor, took this mantle and went full forth to make sure never to allow hate to prevail and to fight against that and to be the light. So I want to take a moment to bless the governor and all of us that we should learn from him to continue and have the strength to be able to always fight against the darkness, the hate, the evil, the negativity that exists in the world around us. It's within our power to do that. We each can do another mitzvah. We can each do another good act, another act of kindness, and that's how we make the world a better place. As we are now standing in such a time in the world where there are so many hardships, it's even more important to remember this now. I want to ask everybody to join along if you're familiar with the special prayer for peace in the whole world. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, v'imru, amen. That's what it's all about. A world where there will be peace, there will be goodness, and it's within reach. Each of us are able to do the one additional act to make that happen even quicker, to bring about the Mashiach time when there will be only positive in the world. So one more prayer. Everyone is welcome to repeat after me. Yechi Adonenu, Morenu, V'Rabbeinu, Melech HaMashiach La'olam Va'ed. Once again, a happy Hanukkah. It is my honor to introduce Rabbi Baroff.
Today we gather to celebrate together the Festival of Lights. Light is one of the most enduring symbols in Judaism and in many other religions and cultures. Light is a symbol of divinity, of holiness, of God's blessings upon us. Light represents hope, the promise of a better future, our trust in God's providence and benevolence. Light reflects our dedication to learning, knowledge, scholarship, pushing away the scourge of ignorance. Light serves as an emblem of wisdom, insight, ethics, judgment, and enlightenment. Scientifically, the contemplation of light has been shown to be a key to understanding the secrets of the cosmos. As we are mysteriously drawn to it and away from the darkness, light acts as a beacon, embodying our common humanity, the unity of all people. In particular, the lights of the Hanukkah menorah are a sign of freedom from oppression, the liberty to worship as we think is right, and to live as we believe we should. May the daily increasing radiance of the menorah inspire us to work towards a world illumined by the light of sanctity, human kindness, enlightenment, and liberty. Thank you, Governor, for holding this celebration and inviting the rabbinic community to be part of it. Nancy Sage will light the menorah.
Maybe I need a group of rabbis around me every day when you ask questions.
We're gonna gaggle.
Oh, you want to do it separate? Okay. All right.